Your Schedule C Form 1040 for Etsy sellers. This product is going to help all Etsy sellers compute their Schedule C Form 1040 and make filing their taxes way easier. When you purchase the product, you'll have the option to use either the Excel version or the Google Sheets version. And let's dive into a quick rundown of the product. It has 7 tabs total. The first tab, you'll enter your personal information and your business information. This information will flow directly and automatically into your Schedule C Form 1040. Next is your Etsy income and expenses. All you'll do here is you'll go into your Etsy portal, you'll extract your Etsy sales and financial information and do a copy and paste into the Etsy and income and expenses tab, which will flow automatically into your Schedule C 1040 as well. Next is where you will enter and track your other income and expenses related to your Etsy business that are not captured in your Etsy income and expense tab. Next is your monthly P&L tab, which is a summary of your income and expense line items, which match directly to your Schedule C. This tab, the data pulls 100% automatically, so there's nothing for you to do here. Next is the vehicle mileage tab. For those of you that travel for work, you'll want to be able to enter the information so that you can take full advantage of the vehicle mileage tax deduction. Next is your home office deduction. For a lot of you who have an office in your house, you'll want to be able to enter the square footage so that you don't miss out on your home office deduction. And lastly is your automated Schedule C Form 1040. It is ready for printing to PDF for you to file your taxes. And again, there is nothing for you to do here. Everything pulls 100% automatically from the other tabs in your workbook. The product comes with PDF instructions to help you complete your Schedule C Form 1040 spreadsheet. Just to give you a quick rundown of the PDF instructions, it is very detailed, walking through each tab of the spreadsheet to help you complete your Schedule C Form 1040 and all the various tabs easily and efficiently. But of course, if you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out via Etsy or email. But just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what the PDF instructions look like. Now we're going to walk through completing the blank template in full detail. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to dive into the setup tab and we're going to enter the information. We'll enter our social security number, business name, EIN for our business, our principal business service, our business code, and our business address. And you can see that once we input this information, if we go over to our Schedule C, the data pulls in and updates automatically. Next, we're going to navigate to our Etsy portal and bring in our financial information and drop it into our Schedule C workbook so that our income and expenses from our Etsy shop pull into our Excel workbook and automatically flow through, populating our Schedule C and income and expense categories. So we're going to start with the blank spreadsheet. And first, what we're going to do is we're going to navigate to our Etsy Excel manager. Once we're in our shop manager, we're going to go over to the finances section and then monthly payments, monthly statements. And then we are going to select the month that we want to bring in, let's say January 2025. And what we just want to do is we want to download the CSV. And let's let that CSV load. And it is downloading. And once it is done downloading, it looks like it's on my other screen here. But what we want to do is we want to go to that download and open that CSV file. So let's let it open. And this is what the CSV file looks like. It's your January income and expenses from your shop. So what we want to do is we want to highlight from cells A2 to the end of the workbook and press Control C to copy. And then we want to go back to our blank template. And in the Etsy income and expenses tab, we want to go to cell B4 and then right click and paste values. And now we've pasted our Etsy income and expenses in for January. And we want to do that for each month. But once we copy and paste that information in, everything in our monthly P&L for January is automatically populating in our correct income and expense category, which also flows through automatically to your Schedule C. You can see that your income is pulling in and your expenses are pulling in. And that's all you have to do to bring in your Etsy shop income and expenses and properly calculate your Schedule C form at 1040. Next, we want to enter our income and expenses related to our Etsy business that are not on our Etsy income and expenses website. So to do this, we go to our income and expenses and we just want to track and update our income items on the left side and our expenses item on the right side. So let's enter a few entries here. You start with the date 1/1/25, and let's just say this is related to our January sales and it's $1,000. And we select from the drop down the income category, and these drop downs pull directly from the Schedule C line items or income line items. So let's hit sales and let's do one more. Feb sales 1,500 and select other income, and let's do two for expenses. And let's just say it's rent and $35, and we want to select the expense category from the drop down. So let's just select cost of labor, and let's do one more and say fees and say $100 and select the category from your expense category line items, and let's complete the rest. So now that we've entered all of our income and expenses, if we go over to the monthly P&L tab, we can see that automatically the monthly P&L is populating, pulling in our various income and expenses for each of the months that we entered on our income and expenses tab. And it's correctly being bucketed into the different expense line items and income line items that correspond to your Schedule C Form 1040. And if we go to your Schedule C Form 1040, we can see that it is pulling in all of your revenue items and all of your expense items appropriately. So next, we just want to enter our vehicle mileage information to take advantage of the vehicle mileage deduction. And to do that, all you want to do is just enter in a date, enter the amount of miles that you've driven, and let's enter one more. And we can see that the mileage deduction is populating automatically and it's reported on Schedule C line 9. So if we go to Schedule C and we look at line 9, we can see that the 536 is automatically pulling from your vehicle mileage deduction tab. And lastly is our home office deduction, where we could take advantage for the tax deduction related to having an office at home. To do that, all we need to do is enter the square footage of our home, let's just say 2,000, and the square footage of our office, let's say 300 square feet. And it's calculating the $1,500 home business deduction, which is also flowing through to our Schedule C, line 1040, properly pulling in our $1,500 home office deduction. And now that we've entered all of our P&L and our expenses from outside of our Etsy business and directly from our Etsy shop, our Schedule C is pulling from the various tabs 100% automatically, populating, and it's ready to go. You are ready to submit your Schedule C and add it to your Form 1040 to file your taxes.